How's it going, everyone? Oh my gosh. I don't know why it does that. There we go. How's it going, everybody? I am Dr. Delay, and welcome to Play by Play with Dr. Delay. We've got good old Pittsburgh Pirates. They are back on the channel, yay, after a few days as they take on the Chicago Cubs. The Pirates actually winning yesterday. Thank you to Jack Sawinski. Jack Sawinski with the home run to give the Pirates the lead late in the game, and the Pirates were able to hold on. So kind of an upset there. I mean, I'm sure Cubs were hoping for a sweep. Now they'll hope for the to win the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Starting pitcher for the Cubs is going to be Shota Imanaga. He is 8-5 on the year. 3.19 ERA, whip of a .97. How's it going, Holden? Thank you for stopping by, man. Appreciate you. Let's see here. The this is loud in my ear. That's messing me up. All right. That's still kind of loud. Okay, hold on. We're having some technical difficulties here. Loud in my left ear. I thought I would. We're just going to probably adjust that. All right, Imanaga, 3-3 in his last 7 starts, 3.73 ERA, whip of a .93. He's been pretty solid. Starting lineup for the Cubs. Got some prop bets in this one. Okay, all right, there we go, Hammer. Thank you, of course, for stopping by, man. Bush, Tucker, Suzuki, Crow, Armstrong, Kelly, Happ, Horner, Swanson, and Shaw. And, of course, for your Pittsburgh Pirates and, of course, for your Cubs fan, hey, thank you for stopping on by. You will not hear much smack talk from me. The pitcher is Mike Burrows. Mike Burrows will be making his 15th start of the season. 1-4 record. 4.66 ERA, whip of a 1.26 as the phone is starting to blow up. Isn't that fantastic? Everything that could go wrong will go wrong. So he's been, not too great, maybe a little bit below average so far this year. Last 7 starts, he has struggled 0-2 with a 5.18 ERA with a whip of a 1.21. So the walks and hits, honestly, isn't too bad, but he is allowing a lot of runs. So I guess he's getting a lot of hits, or he's allowing a lot of hits and walks at the same time. Starting lineup for the Pittsburgh Pirates is Triolo, Pham, Reynolds, Gonzalez, McCutchen, Bart, Peguero, Canario, and Kiner Falefa. That is your starting lineup for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Hopefully today's a good one. We can hope for the best. Again, the Pirates did win yesterday. And, of course, the Brewers, they were very thankful for that, and they were down themselves I think it was 8-1 late, and they powered back and were able to beat the Reds. As, again, the Brewers just don't know how to lose. Looking at the NL Central standings, so this was pretty close just a week and a half ago, but the Brewers 77-44, winners of 13 in a row. The Cubs have they're not playing up to what we would have expected, compared to what they've been playing. They're 68-53, really solid, but their last 10 games, 3-7. They're on a 2-game losing streak, looking to snap that today. As for the wild card, the Cubs with a nice cushion over the flailing Mets. Again, the Padres losing last night to the Dodgers. They're now back in that top wild card spot as they're 69-53. The Cubs 68-53, so just a half game back. And of course the Mets, again, they don't know how to play baseball anymore. So they have been struggling as of late. Of course the Pirates, we don't really need to mention how they're doing. So yeah, it is what it is. Chris, how's it going? James, thank you guys for stopping on by. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, the Pirates definitely going to try to help out the Brewers today, but I think one game is all you're getting. For the most part, I think most people would expect the Cubs to win 2 out of 3 against the Pirates, whether it's home or away. So I think the Pirates have already fulfilled what they're probably going to do for this weekend. Hopefully we've got a good one here. Again, the Pirates and the Cubs. Pirates did win yesterday, and, of course, I'll be back after this game is over. Take a little bit of a break, unless this game, of course, goes all the way to Brewers and Reds. But I'm doing a doubleheader today. 4 of the 5 NL Central teams will be featured today on this channel. As the throwdown is completing, Jared Triolo's coming to the plate. As here is Imanaga. That is whatever. It's in there for a called strike. 0-1 count. Triolo batting 186. OPS of 554. 3 homers, 13 RBIs on the season. As he kicks and deals. That's going to be popped up foul. So 0-2. Again, I'm trying to work out the pronunciation. Imanaga. 0-2 count. As he sets, kicks, and deals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. You're out. 1 away for the Pirates. Looks like I'm riding with you all day. Hey, thank you. Appreciate you. Hopefully I can pronounce his name. Don't turn you away. That'll bring up Tommy Pham. He's batting .263, OPS of 699, 5 homers and 33 RBIs. Here is the pitch. That's going to be a ground ball to second. Throws to first for out number 2. 4 pitches, 2 outs. Very efficient start for Shota. We'll just say Shota. I think Shota's good. All right, that'll bring up Brian Reynolds. He's batting .244, OPS of 703, 13 homers, and 61 RBIs on the season. As Shota will set. Still set. Kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to right. At the warning track, but he's under it, making the catch. 5 pitches, 3 outs. Very efficient start for Shota as we head to the bottom of the first inning. 0-0. Once again, thank you guys for stopping by today. Hopefully I do a decent job. Not feeling 100%, but hey, we're gonna go ahead and power through. Of course, again, if you're not subscribed already, definitely subscribe to the channel. Plenty of baseball, plenty of football. If you're a sports fan in general, definitely subscribe to the channel. Do have a poll up. Feel free to let your voices be heard. The Pirates, I don't know if this is wishful thinking or not, or just anti-Cub. I'm not too sure. That's probably what it is. 80% of you guys think the Pirates will defeat the Cubs today. That's very interesting, considering they've already won. Probably, I don't know, and it just went up to 83%. So, wow. Man, it'd be nice, but we'll see. We'll see. Again, due up for the Cubs, it's going to be Bush, Tucker, and Suzuki. So, again, the Cubs been pretty good, but just the last, about 2 weeks, they have hit a little bit of a wall. And the Brewers, well, they are cruising. Again, the starting pitcher is Mike Burrows, a 4.66 ERA. Struggled a little bit as of late, ERA north of 5 in his last 7 appearances. And as always, feel free to chat down below. I try to read as many comments as possible. Again, appreciate you guys for even clicking on the live stream. As Bush will be due up again. He's batting .263, OPS of 854, 24 home runs and 68 RBIs on the season. Still a commercial break, but I have a feeling this is the last one. Okay, I was wrong. We're showing Applebee's. Dang it. Yeah, Reds and Brewers. Again, the Brewers coming back last night. Kind of makes me want to say the Reds are probably taken today, but again, I guess you never know. But maybe that just crushes the Reds' hope, as here is the pitch. That is upstairs for ball 1. Again, the Brewers have won, 13 in a row? I just saw it earlier. 13 in a row. That is very impressive. 1-0, here is the pitch. Breaking ball, outside ball 2. Charles, how's it going? Great afternoon to you as well. Thank you for stopping by. 2-0 count. Burrows kicks and deals. That is outside for ball 3. So Shota was able to get 5 pitches, or 3 outs on 5 pitches. Burrows already at pitch 3. No strikes. Here is the pitch. That's in there for a called strike at the knees. Bush disagreeing with the call, but that one was in the strike zone. Smash them free subs and hit the like button. Thank you very much, Charles. Thank you very much. 3-1 count here to Bush as he's going to ask for time. And the Pirates went down on 5 pitches in the top of the first. What are you eating after the game? I have some leftover pizza. Here's the 3-1. That's going to be hit to right, and that's going to drop for a base hit. Reynolds quickly on it, keeping Bush at first. So, a leadoff single for the Cubs. That will bring up the right fielder, Kyle Tucker. He's batting .263, OPS of .830, 18 homers and 62 RBIs. Still in disbelief that the Brewers came back yesterday looking to be a magical year. Yeah, it's looking like it. It's looking like it might be something special for the Brew Crew. As Tucker actually is asking for time, stepping back in. Burrows looking over at first. Rocks, sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be a ground ball to first. Uh-oh, there's 1 and 2. A double play. Liover Peguero playing first base today and showing off his glove. So very quickly, 2 outs, and that'll bring up Seiya Suzuki, batting .249, OPS of .821, 27 homers and 85 RBIs. I'm great, thanks. Hot day in paradise. Yeah, no, it's kind of hot here in Texas as well. Got Cubs. Who you got? I'm probably thinking the Cubs win today. That's just the way it is. As Burrows kicks and deals. That's in there for a called strike. Chick is on the way to the house for Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm assuming it's, I'm assuming that's what it is. 0-1. Here is the pitch. That's going to be hit to right center. Canario on the run, making the catch for out number 3. Well, despite the leadoff single, nothing doing for the Cubs. We head to the top of the second. It's 0-0. Buffalo Wild Wings. It's been a while since I've been there. I think the last time I was there, this was probably, it was for a fantasy draft, football fantasy draft. It's been a while. I'll settle for just a World Series appearance. Now that's again, that's a win in my book. Pirates, I'll take a playoff appearance for me. Shoot. I mean, I'll have to wait for next year. Hopefully. We'll see. We shall see, guys. Once again, thank you guys for stopping on by. I know there's a lot of competition today for the Pirates and Cubs. Cubs have a lot of play-by-play people. So, again, thank you guys so much for stopping by. And, again, hopefully you like what you see and you hit those likes and subscribe button. Plenty of baseball on the channel. Obviously, I do mostly Pirates, but I do bounce around. As evidence, of course, for later this evening, Brewers and Reds. That'll be pretty fun. And, of course, I'll be doing the postseason. So, again, if you're looking for a home for the postseason, hey, I got you covered. I'll be here covering as many games as I possibly can. And, again, I try to get at least one stream every day. And, again, there is a poll. Despite the differences in the teams, it has pretty much been inversed for the poll. 89% of you guys believe the Pirates will win today against the Cubs. Man, I wish I had that much faith in the Pirates as you guys. I don't know if you guys have faith. It's more of just, hoping the Pirates will win. Due up for the Pirates will be Gonzalez, McCutchen, and Bart, as they are still in commercial break. But I can go ahead and show you the next batter, Nick Gonzalez. He's batting .275, OPS of .716, 5 homers, and 19 RBIs on the season. As working our way back to Chicago. There we go. Shota sets. Kicks and deals. That is outside for ball 190 on the fastball. Gonzalez, the cleanup hitter. Not really too much power, but, I like him. I think he can be a solid player. Here is the 1-0. That's going to be popped up. And Kelly's going to watch it as it goes and becomes a souvenir. Count is 1-1. Nobody on here in the top of the second. 0-0 is the score. The first inning went by pretty quickly. As Shota sets, kicks, and deals. Breaking ball outside for ball 2. Pirates in their grays, their away grays. The Cubs in their classic home uniforms. Very nice uniform. 2-1. Here is the pitch. And this one's once again sent foul back behind home plate. As the count is 2-2. Shota sets on the 2-2, kicks, and deals. That's going to be once again fouled off. Just a little bit of a battle here. Gonzalez just trying to stay alive. Kind of a contact hitter. 275, I guess, is a good batting average now. Again, not too much power. And he played in a different era, probably a 300 hitter. Shota kicks and deals. Check the swing. Did he go? And he did not. That one was below the knees. As it's 3-2. College Football Blitz. I believe that is the new name for the Ultimate Sports Network. Here is the 3-2. That's going to be, you'll never guess it. It's a foul ball. So Shota, again, he had, the first inning was only 5 pitches. Here in the second, we're at 7 through the first batter. As Shota about to pitch number 8. And Shota kicks and deals. Checked his swing. Did he go? He went! Gonzalez could not hold up. They'll show the replay, and he definitely committed. Sweeper inside. Had him fooled. That'll bring up Pirates legend Andrew McCutchen. Can he be clutching? Batting .243, OPS of 707, 11 homers, 41 RBI. Shota kicks and deals. That is way inside for ball 1. Play-by-play, JJ, how's it going? Thank you for stopping by. Guys, check out Play-by-play with JJ. That guy is so good. He is the best there is on YouTube as far as play-by-play. Here is the 1-0. That is outside ball 2. Time to play spoiler. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. We already took 1. I think the Pirates have done their job. I think taking 1 is already a blessing for those competing for spots. Here's the 2-0. That is right down the middle for a called strike. Dylan struggling again. Well, I saw him looking pretty good. I was watching a little bit of the game. The interception wasn't really on him. He probably shouldn't have thrown it, but the receiver didn't even put his hands out. 2-1 count. Here is the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. I just want to say again, I want Shedeur to start for the Browns, and it's not because I think he's good. I want to make that perfectly clear. So go ahead. Please trot him out there as a Steelers fan. 2-2 count. Shota kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Off-speed pitch in the dirt. That'll bring up Joey Bart. Joey Bart batting .247, OPS of 672, 2 homers and 19 RBIs. Thank you, bud. Hey, greetings. How are you doing? Hopefully the Mets can turn things around for you. Here's the pitch. That is upstairs ball 1. Again, the Mets have just been pretty much the opposite of the Brewers. They have been struggling. What's up, Anthony? How you doing? 1-0 count here to Joey Bart. Nobody on, 2 outs here in the top of the second. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to right center, but Pete Crow Armstrong makes the catch for out number 3, as there's nothing doing for the Pirates. We head to the bottom of the second. It is 0s on the board in Chicago. And, of course, this is the only game on, so I can't really tell you the scores. I can tell you that there's zeros across the board everywhere else. I mean, technically not really, because there's no zeros. So nothing doing. No runs have been scored in Major League Baseball. Yes, you have scored as many runs as everybody in baseball today. So congratulations. You guys are awesome. Once again, folks, if you like what you see, definitely like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. A lot of sports on this channel. Of course, I do mostly Pirates, but I do bounce around, as evidenced, of course, by later tonight I'll be doing Brewers and Reds. And, of course, I'll be doing postseason baseball. And obviously the Pirates won't be there. So I'm going to be covering somebody. And it won't be the Pirates. It'll pretty much be mostly the NL, by the way. And, of course, I'll be doing the World Series. So definitely subscribe if you're just a sports fan in general. Definitely do it. McCutcheon was my favorite player to trade for in MLB The Show. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I love, the classic ones, which, I started, I play a little bit of 07, 08 still. My favorite one was probably 11. I played that the most. Didn't throw a pick six and didn't even get the ball to the running back's pocket. Again, hey, you know what? That's fine. If Dylan is better, he is. Gabriel finishes with 14 for 20, 138. I mean, I wouldn't call the fumble on. I don't know. It looked like the running back fumbled it, but that's fine. That is perfectly fine. Anyway, yeah, I'm not a fan of Shador, but. Again, I want him to play, though. Please, Browns, start him opening day. Please do it. I dare you. All right, leading off for the Cubs as we're about to return to Chicago. We're at 0-0. Pete Crow Armstrong batting .259, OPS of 820, 27 homers and 79 RBIs. MLB 2K, played a lot of MLB 2K6 on the PlayStation 2 and then MLB 2K9. Those were the two MLB 2Ks. Those were fun. That's Crow Armstrong. Oh, okay. No, we're cutting to a guy in an umbrella hat. All right, there we go. Burrows kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Strike one, 87 on the changeup. Becky, thank you for stopping by. Go Pirates, Brew Crew fan. Yeah, I've definitely been talking to a lot of Brewers fans recently. That's in there for a called strike. So yeah, it's been a pleasure. You guys are softening the rivalry. My view of the Brewers has actually shifted because of you guys. 0-2 count. Here is the pitch. That's going to be chopped foul. People are saying the fumble's more on Gabriel. Oh, well, yeah, maybe. Oh, I'm sorry, Triska. I just saw. Go Pirates. Stop imitating a vacuum. It's this guy. 0-2 count. Burrows kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 89 on the slider. That will bring up Carson Kelly, batting .269, OPS of 836, 13 homers and 38 RBIs. Just bought the show, 10 on eBay. First ever played. Okay, I gotcha. I like playing the old ones. The new one's okay. Here is the pitch. That is in the dirt. Ball one slider. Laying off it there. Falcons running back room is nasty. Probably. I mean, Bijan is a beast. 1-0 count here to Carson Kelly. Burrows delivers. That's going to be popped up. Gonzalez settling under it and makes the catch for out number 2. All right, that'll bring up Ian Happ from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Usually does pretty well against the Pirates. Batting .226, OPS of 708, 16 homers and 55 RBIs on the season. All zeros, Trisk, all zeros. Here is the pitch. Way upstairs, ball one, curveball. Staying high. 1-0 count. Again, they're actually highlighting the fact that he was born in Pittsburgh on the broadcast. Burrows delivers. That is outside for ball 2. 95 on the fastball. 2-0 count. 2 outs here. Nobody on for the Cubs as it's 0-0. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. As the count is 2-1, Burrows kicks and deals. Swing and a miss, strike two. Burrows looking really solid. Of course, there's probably an announcer's jinx happening very soon. Two and two. Burrows fires. Ground ball to short. Triolo throws to first for out number 3. Nothing doing there for the Cubs. As we head to the top of the third, it's still 0-0. Ian Happ ended to be a decent player for the Pirates. Yeah, I think you're happy and something like that. Anyway, definitely like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Again, thank you guys for even clicking on the live stream. Hopefully, I do a decent enough job for you guys. Again, I normally go over scores, but there is nothing happening. So again, feel free to chat down below. I try to respond to as many comments as possible. As again, there's nothing else happening. And of course, if you're just a pure baseball fan, I'll be back after this one. Depending on how it goes, I have Brewers and Reds. So we're doing a doubleheader today. Hopefully you'll join me for that one. As again, if you're just a baseball fan, definitely subscribe to the channel. Plenty of baseball, plenty of NFL, plenty of college football as well. Doing a lot of that. And of course, postseason baseball, and obviously, again, the Pirates won't be there. Will your team be there? If so, subscribe to the channel. And even if they're not, subscribe to the channel. Due up for the Pirates will be Peguero, Canario, and Kiner Falefa. Of course, we are still in commercial break. Thanks for showing Brewers later. Hey, no problem. No problem. Sonny Styles got the Block 0 jersey for OSU, or Block O. I guess I'm not too familiar with that one. Yeah, I try to get double headers in when I can. I try. I used to do them more, but been a little bit busier than the usual. But tomorrow, of course, I'll be returning here to Chicago. Pirates and Cubs for the final game of the series. Then after that, I don't know. We'll see. As we are returning to Chicago, where again it's 0-0. You think the Mets lose again today? I can't say. I mean, here is the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Strike one to Peguero. It's hard for me to think that the Mets will keep sliding. There's just too much talent on the team. As Peguero batting 200, OPS of 719, 4 homers, 7 RBIs. Shota kicks and deals. That is inside for ball 1. Yeah, Chris, I don't know. I just find it hard to believe that they're going to just keep falling. But, I mean, I guess you never know. Here is the 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Fooled him on the splitter way out in front of it. Brewers going for 14th in a row. Yes, they are. They are red hot. 1-2 count. Shota sets and fires. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Froze him with the splitter. He struck him out. If you like offense today, well, I got some bad news for you. Not much as of now. That'll bring up Alexander Canario. He's batting 199, OPS of 564, 3 homers, and 13 RBIs. As here is the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1, slider in the dirt. 0-1 count. Shota sets, kicks, and deals. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Pirates not really making much contact today. It's like they're stuck in quicksand. The more you struggle, the harder it is to get out. Yeah, I got you. Here is the 0-2. That's in the dirt for ball 1. It's kind of like you just don't want to make mistakes, so you kind of get tense, and yeah, you kind of just make more mistakes because of it. Definitely, yeah, I could see that. 1-2 count here. Shota sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be hit. Oh, what a play by Swanson. Thought it'd be getting down in left field, but Swanson with a nice jumping catch for out number 2. That'll bring up Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. It's batting 269, OPS of 643. 1 homer and 33 RBIs on the season. Shota fires. That is in there for a called strike. Only 1 home run on the year. Of course, he's not a power hitter, but I guess you'd expect a little bit more. Here is the 0-1. That's going to be hit foul. 0-2 count. Showing the fastball comparison, Burrows 95, Shota just below 91, but the batting average, Burrows, his fastball gets hit, batting .327 against his 95. As here's the pitch, that's going to be hit to right, and that is a foul ball. While Shota, his fastball batting average, or how they hit off him, is only .218, despite the fastball being slower. 0-2 count. Shota sets. Kicks and deals. That is inside for ball 1. Shota was walking off the mound. IKF kind of stepped out of the box like he may have been struck out there, but no, that was inside. 1-2. Kicks and fires. Ground ball to short. Swanson throws to first for out number 3. Pirates with no hits. Nothing. Through 3, we head to the bottom of the 3rd. It's 0-0. Once again, guys, thank you guys so much for stopping on by today. Again, appreciate you guys for clicking on it. Special thank you if you're able to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you have a poll, feel free to vote. Are the Cubs going to pay $300 million for Kyle Tucker? I don't know. I'd have to see how much. The Cubs usually don't go too crazy with the payroll. They never enter that top part of it. I don't know. I could see it. I'm not too sure though. I wouldn't be the guy to ask. I don't know if JJ's still here. JJ's like the baseball expert. JJ knows all. But I do have a poll up in the comments or down below in the comment section. Who wins today? 68% of you guys think the Pirates will win. 32% think the Cubs. Which right now it's 0-0. Again, not much offense. Yesterday, the Pirates won 3-2. So that was a low-scoring game. Looking like it may be following that script. Again, showing yesterday, Pirates, of course, winning 3-2. Again, the Brewers coming back and beating the Cubs. The Mets, of course, they've been struggling as of late. I did cover the Dodgers and Padres. I had to work all day yesterday. Was able to cover that one. Honestly, that one wasn't that great of a game, but, you win some, you lose some. Still in commercial break over here, so I'll just go ahead and put up the next batter. Kind of confused by it. Horner's batting .292, OPS of .714, 4 homers and 47 RBIs. I have a feeling we're about to cut back. Okay, there we go. Horner at the plate. Burrows kicks and deals. That is outside for ball 1. What a no count to Nico Horner. As Burrows kicks and deals. That's going to be popped up and he falls down. Kind of just tripped up there, I guess. I don't know. 1-1 count. He's going to ask for time. He was, I guess, swinging for the fences. I'm not too sure. 1-1 count. How are you, Michael? I'm doing okay. I'm hanging in there. 1-1 count. Burrows kicks and deals. That is outside ball 2. Pirates keep the Cubs under 3. They probably win. I like your optimism. The problem is the Pirates really good at putting up 0 runs. I think that's their specialty. 2-1 count. Here is the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. Horner didn't like the call. Watching Eagles football. I was watching a little bit of the Browns-Eagles earlier before I got on. Here's the 2-2. That is low for ball 3. I don't know. How's the game going over there? Again, I think the Browns, I don't know if they were down. I can't remember. 3-2. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to right, and that is going foul. 11 likes, 28 Yeah, again, folks, definitely, if you like what you see, press that like button. It kind of looks like that. Press that button right now. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. 3-2 count. Burrows kicks and fires. Ground ball, and that's going to get past Peguero for a base hit. Leadoff hitter for the Cubs. That'll bring up Dansby Swanson. He's batting .251, OPS of .708, 18 homers and 55 RBIs. I'm hearing Fox NFL music. Again, this game is on FS1, so not on MLB TV or anything like that. Showing Mike Ditka look-alike there in the crowd. Yeah, that's interesting. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 1. 0-1 count. Browns 19, Eagles 13. I gotcha. 0-1 count. Runner on first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the third. 0-0 is your score. As Burrows sets and fires. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Slider out of the zone. Getting him to chase. Oh, and 2 count. So showing a replay of guy taking off his gloves. Here is the 0-2. That is just below the zone for ball 1. That was an interesting replay to show. They literally just showed Horner taking off his gloves at first. Like, yeah, I really needed to see that. 1-2 counts. To Swanson as Burrows sets and fires. That's going to be chopped off his own foot, and that's a foul ball. Once again, a 1-2 count here to Dansby. Swanson's made some nice plays over at short today. Cubs obviously trying to even up the series. Pirates winning yesterday. Jack Sawinski given the day off. He was the hero. Here's the 1-2. That is way upstairs for ball 2. So 2-2 count to Dansby Swanson. Burrows looks over at first. Sets on the 2-2. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. He struck him out 87 miles per hour right down the middle. Must have been expecting fastball. That will bring up Matt Shaw. 20th-year-old rookie, batting .227, OPS of .694, 10 homers and 32 RBIs on the season. Burrows looks over at first. Sets and fires. That's going to be poked at and hit foul. Count is 0-1. Is going to get some more baseballs for the umpire. Burrows looks over at first. Rocks. Sets. Kicks and deals. Ground ball to third. Oh, there's 1 and 2. Another double play. All right, nothing doing again. We head to the top of the 4th. It's zeros across the scoreboard. Once again, folks, thank you guys for clicking on this live stream. Thank you very much. Again, if you are able to, definitely press that like button. It looks like that. it looks like what you're seeing on the top right corner of your screen. If you're not looking at the screen, well, it looks like your thumb. Definitely press that button, preferably the one that's looking up, And if you want to dislike it, I guess it's whatever. I can't stop you. But yeah, thank you guys again. Hopefully, you're able to subscribe to the channel. Again, I'm going to be doing a lot of baseball. Been doing a lot of baseball since opening day. This is not a one-time thing. So, but yeah, no, definitely do it. And again, I'll be doing some NL postseason as well, and of course the World Series. So, I know the Cubs will most likely be in the postseason. So, if you're looking for a play-by-play guy, again, I'll be doing the NL postseason. And, of course, some of the World Series as well. So definitely subscribe to the channel. And, of course, if you're a football fan, got plenty of football. I'll be doing every single Steelers game, obviously. And, of course, a game voted on by you guys. So after the Steelers game, every single week, I'll be calling another football game that was voted on by you, the viewers, the subscribers of this channel. Again, thank you very much for your support. It was an awesome double play, yes. Going to be a quick game if it keeps going. I know, we're already in the 4th inning. Like, this game started, I believe, at 1:20 Central. So 40 minutes. We're already in the 4th. I don't know. It's going to slow down soon. That's just how it goes. I subbed and thank you very much, Becky. Appreciate it. Again, I definitely appreciate the support. Just a little channel. So, trying to get to that magical number of 500. I don't know why in the world, but we are behind here. All right, Triolo's going to be at the plate. There we go. We're returning to Chicago. He is set. That's where we're cutting to. Shota kicks and deals. Showing bunt. Pulls back inside. Ball one. A 78-mile-per-hour sweeper. Triolo is 0 for 1. Struck out in the first. He's batting 185. OPS of 551. 3 homers and 13 RBI. Shota sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be hits, and that is going foul. Has 4 strikeouts through the first time in the order. Shota sets on the 1-1, kicks, and deals. That's going to be hits. To shallow left. Looks like Swatson is going to call it off. And he will make the catch for out number 1. That'll bring up Tommy Pham. At one point, he was the hottest hitter in baseball, and I'm not even kidding, folks. He's batting .262, OPS of 697, 5 homers and 33 RBIs. And I will back myself up here, as here is the pitch. That is upstairs, ball 1. And as of late, he's obviously struggled. You can see the last 7 games or so. But you can kind of see the remnants. The last 30 games, OPS still above 800, 876. As here's the pitch. Pham hits this to left. Oh, my goodness. That one is out of the stadium. Clear the deck. Cannonball coming. Tommy Pham says, hey, no hitter here. No, sir. The Pirates taking the lead 1-0. First hit of the ball game for the Pirates is a run. 428 feet is the projected distance. Again, that one was out of here, so I guess it's a shallow or not much happening over there in left as far as the bleachers are concerned. He just crushed it. That'll bring up Brian Reynolds. Batting .244, OPS of 702, 13 homers, 61 RBIs. Shota delivers. That is upstairs for ball 1. Yes, sir. Pittsburgh, thank you for stopping by, man. Appreciate you. Something to cheer for. This might be the peak of the game for the Pirates, but hey, we'll take it. At least we got to celebrate. Here is the 1-0. That's going to be hit foul back behind home plate. Let's go. That might be the game winner. Well, I have some unfortunate news. I just don't think the Pirates could, I don't know. The pitching is so up and down when it comes to Pittsburgh. Like, we can look really good, like shades of what we were in the wild card runs, but then we look like the Rockies. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be a chopper to second. Throws to first for out number 2. That'll bring up Nick Gonzalez. Good call. Thank you. Yeah, no, that was actually... I didn't stumble on any words for a change. Eventually, I'll be able to do it where there's no stumbling, but I still stumble. He's batting .274, OPS of .713, 5 homers, and 19 RBIs as Shota sets, kicks, and fires. That's going to be hit, and that is a foul ball. Always thank you. Let's go. Yeah, Marine, yes. Do you like Cruz playing in outfield or rather see him in short? That's a good question. I don't know. He makes errors wherever you put him at. I mean, here is the 0-1. That's going to be a ground ball up the middle. Oh, nice play. Throws to first. Gets him by a step. What a play by the second baseman there. I'm trying to get the... I don't know who that is. That was Nico Horner. Okay. I thought Nico looked differently. It's a good play by Horner, but again, Tommy Pham putting the Pirates on the board. It is 1-0 Pittsburgh over Chicago. I guess I'd prefer the outfield because the Pirates, all their talent, I say that with quotations, is mostly in the infield. A lot of infield, shortstop, second baseman players. So I guess it makes sense for him to be in the outfield. I don't know. I mean, probably not it's not his best position by any means, but it's best for the Pirates, I guess, because, again, the Pirates really, I don't know, they don't have many hitters in general, not many fielders, but most of them are in the inner infield, so best for the Pirates would be for the outfield. But, again, he makes so many mistakes. I mean, whether you put him at short or center, it's pretty much the same. It all balances out. Once again, folks, definitely I appreciate you guys definitely for checking out the channel. Again, super thank you if you're able to press that like button. Looks like that. And definitely subscribe to the channel for more baseball and, of course, football. It is mostly Pirates on this channel. That is the most featured team by a good bit. But, again, they won't be making the playoffs unless they just decide to finish 91-71. It'd be nice to win 39 in a row. That would be pretty cool. Don't think that's happening. So definitely subscribe. I'll be doing it in baseball, playoff baseball, and, of course, the NFL and college football. Phillies closer to Duran getting carted off the field. Oh, what happened? Reynolds sure likes to hit against the Brewers. Yeah, I wish the all-star Brian Reynolds would come back. I like Brian Reynolds, but, yeah, it's been a down year. Michael Bush is at the plate as Burrows kicks and fires. Ground ball to first. Oh, Peguero with the nice play. He's going to take it himself for out number 1. Well, we'll go over his stats next time. All right, that'll bring up Kyle Tucker. He is 0 for 1 on the day. Batting .262, OPS of .829, 18 homers, and 62 RBIs. SJ, how's it going? Yeah, hopefully it's okay. Michael, if you get a chance, if you could let us know what happened. I didn't even know about that. That's going to be a breaking ball upstairs, ball 1. Again, Tucker 0 for 1 on the day. 1-0 count, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Pirates leading 1-0. Here's the pitch. That is inside for ball 2. Two and 0 count. They're actually going over Kyle Tucker's struggles the past few weeks. For the season, not doing too shabby. OPS of .829. But his last few weeks have definitely struggled. Last month, here's the pitch. Ground ball to first. That's going to get through both the diving first and second baseman. Look at that. We're talking about how he's struggling. Tucker pretty happy about that, putting his hands up. That'll bring up Seiya Suzuki. He's 0 for 1. Batting .248, OPS of .819, 27 homers, and 85 RBIs on the season. You're in New Jersey? Okay. Gerard says he's 100% and feeling good like nothing happened. Not sure, but he says he might play today. Here is the pitch. That's going to be popped up. Gonzalez is under it and makes the catch for out number 2. That will bring up Pete Crow Armstrong. He's batting .259, OPS of .818, 27 homers and 79 RBIs. Nick Johnson not having a good time right now. Again, you know, baseball, it's so random, Nick. I mean, anything can happen on any given day. Again, like, you know, the Pirates could sweep the Cubs. I mean, it could happen, and then the Pirates will lose their next 10. I mean, I could easily see that happening. It's baseball. 162 games. You never know what happens on any given one. That is upstairs ball 1. That is good, though. It's good news that he may be able to play today. Again, I don't know what happened. That's interesting. But getting carted off, that sounds serious. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 1-1. Count is 1-1 to Crow Armstrong. He's 0 for 1. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. 1 man on. Burrow sets. Kicks and deals. That's going to be inside for ball 2. Two and 1 count to Crow Armstrong. Burrows sets, kicks, and deals. That is outside ball 3. Being very careful of Crow Armstrong, who's demonstrated some serious power this year. 3-1. And looks like he's going to ask for time again. Last year hit 10 homers and 372 at-bats. This year, 27 and 460, so quite the jump in power. As Burrow sets, kicks, and deals. That's low for ball 4. Definitely a dangerous man on the base paths, but there is a base runner in front of him, so he shouldn't be too much of a threat. So, with 2 men on here, in the bottom of the 4th, that'll bring up Carson Kelly batting .268, OPS of .833, 13 homers and 38 RBIs. Keep showing guys on second when they're on first. I know. I don't know why that scoreboard does it, JC, and I'm really sorry. The little system I have is here's the pitch, ground ball, and that's going to get through 4 base hits. Canario charging in. He's going to throw to second as Tucker comes across to score. Just like that, the Cubs have tied it up. That will bring up Ian Happ. Breaking ball pretty much right down the middle, and he took advantage, tying this game up. Ian Happ batting .226, OPS of .706, 16 homers and 55 RBIs. Just make, oh yeah, I know, JC. Yeah, it does a great job. It's a sports app that I have, and that's literally the only problem. Everything else it does great. Here is the pitch. That is upstairs ball 1. So Burrow's a little bit rattled here. Again, runners on the corners with 2 outs. Happ is 0 for 1. Usually does well against the Pirates. Being born in Pittsburgh and all, just trying to make him pay maybe for not drafting him, although he's probably thanking him. That's going to be outside for ball 2. 2-0 count to Ian Happ. Nick is now saying the Cubs win by 3. After saying they didn't deserve to go to the playoffs, there we go. That is sports fandom right there. Like, oh, this team is the worst, and then they score 1. This team is going into the freaking World Series, son. Yeah, no. I'm just playing. A little bit of a mound visit here as, again, Burrows is clearly rattled. It's a 2-0 count with 2 outs. You have Tucker plus 1.5 and thought I hit with it showing. So, oh, I got you. Yeah, I'm sorry. All right, we're back as Burrows sets on the 2-0, kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to the left, and that is slicing foul. Two and one. Cubs with an opportunity here to take the lead. This game was moving really quickly, but here in the bottom of the fourth, slowing down a little bit. 2-1. Burrows delivers. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Strike two. Now Nick Holmes says the Cubs will lose the next series. Okay. Who do the Cubs play? Do they play the Brewers? Play the Reds? I'm not too sure. 2-2 counts. Burrows sets, kicks and deals. That is inside ball three. And looks like Kelly will take second with no throw. Jacob, how's it going? We got Pirates, Cubs. Pirates were up 1-0 in the top of the fourth. Cubs have already tied it up with runners on second and third. Here's the pitch. Oh, that was on the inside corner. Burrows is pretty upset about it. He did not get the call. Oh, man. That is pretty unfortunate there for the Pirates. The Cubs will take advantage as there's now bases loaded, and it looks like we're going to have a mound visit by the pitching coach, Oscar Marine. And that one was on the inside corner. It should have been strike three called, but the Cubs, of course, taking advantage of the miscue by the umpire. So mound visit there. 3 more weeks till Steelers. Yes, I'm ready. Steelers, Jets, week 1. Of course, I'll actually be doing the Steelers-Panthers preseason game this upcoming Thursday. 5 games against the Brewers, doubleheader Monday. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. A 5-game series, it's pretty rare. I mean, obviously it's due to rain delays or postponement, but all right, bases loaded. This is Nico Horner. He's batting .294, OPS of .717, 4 homers and 47 RBIs on the season. He's 1 for 1, and Horner's gonna ask for time after all that. Just trying to build the drama here. All right, he steps back in. Burrows sets, kicks and deals. Breaking ball, that's in there for a called strike. 0-1 count. Burrows sets. Looks over at third. Kicks and deals. That is high and in. Almost took his head off. Getting out of the way as it's 1-1. Career with the bases loaded. Horner batting .304. Though this year only batting .234. Here is the pitch. That's going to be sent to shallow left. Triolo is making his way under it and makes the catch for out number 3. Well, the Cubs had the bases loaded but couldn't add on any more, but they do tie it up. It's 1-1, Pittsburgh and Chicago. Once again, folks, thank you guys for clicking on this live stream. Thank you very much. Definitely leave a like if you're able to. It kind of looks like that. Definitely press that button. And, of course, again, subscribe to the channel if you're a sports fan. This is a sports channel. Of course, I do play-by-play for baseball. It's mostly Pirates. You can probably assume that. But I do bounce around Major League Baseball. Of course, I'm doing a doubleheader today, Brewers and Reds. But, of course, I'll be doing playoff baseball, and I'm sure the Cubs will be there. So if you're looking for a play-by-play guide for the playoffs, hey, I'll be doing a good amount of the playoff games. So definitely subscribe to the channel. Of course, this is also a football channel as well. And, we'll see. Again, there's going to be voting every single week. The Steelers will be playing. Of course, I'll be covering every single Steelers game. But after the Steelers game, I'll be doing a game that was voted on by you guys. Those polls will start, of course, September 1st a poll every single week. The winner of the poll, that's the game I'll call. I don't think Chicago plays an afternoon game week 1, so they won't be featured on the poll. But hey, I'm sure if they have some 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock games, they will definitely be on polls. But of course, again, if you're just an NFL fan, a sports fan in general, hey, definitely subscribe to the channel. All right, due up for the Pirates will be McCutchen, Bart, and Peguero. All of them are 0 for 1. Again, the Pirates only have 1 hit, and that was on the second time through the order. So we're still in commercial break, but Andrew McCutchen, I can at least show you his stats. He's batting .243, OPS of .705, 11 homers, and 41 RBIs on the season. Again, Pirates and Cubs at 1-1 as we're entering the top of the 5th. And again, there's a poll. Pirates, 56% of you guys think the Pirates will win. 44% think the Cubs will win. Very interesting numbers there. As here is the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. 0-1 to the Pirates legend, Andrew McCutchen. Shota sets, kicks, and deals. That is inside for ball 1. Sweeper. Swept a little bit too much there. How's A-Rod going to do for the Steelers? I am hopeful. Definitely hopeful. I think he'll do all right. 1-1 count. Here is the pitch. That is inside ball 2. It really just depends if we're going to open up the offense or not. The Steelers have pretty much been a very conservative offense since the end of the Ben Roethlisberger days. I think he will open it up even if they don't want to. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be a tapper up the middle. Throws to first, gets him by a couple of steps. Nice play by Swanson. Again, he's had some nice plays at short today. That'll bring up Joey Bart. He's 0 for 1, batting .246, OPS of .669, 2 homers and 19 RBIs. Denny, how's it going? Let's go Bucks. Let's go Bucks. Shota sets, kicks, and deals. That's inside for ball 1. Nick is now saying the Cubs will win 6-1. And then Nick Holmes is saying Packers and Lions. Oh, yeah, that'll be on the poll. That will be on the poll. Here is the 1-0. That's going to be popped up. Looks like the first baseman is under it. He does indeed make the catch. That is Bush with the catch. Very quickly, 2 away. That'll bring up the Pirates' first baseman today, Liover Peguero. Batting .196, OPS of .706, 4 home runs, and 7 RBIs on the season. Peguero had a 3-home-run ball game against the Rockies, but unfortunately since then it's been nothing doing for him. As Shota sets, kicks, and deals. That's in there for a called strike at the knees. Last 7 games, you can see his OPS is about, what is that, 192. It's not good. Here is the 0-1. That is outside for ball 1. Nick Johnson saying they're going to go off. I could see it. I could see it. Would not surprise me. Bart is my boy. Is he? Yeah. Oh, he definitely is. 1-1 count. Shota kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Yeah. Joey Bart. Yeah, I'm so happy for him. Oh, yeah. Hopefully he's traded to the White Sox or something. I would say Colorado, but then it would make his power numbers look a little bit better than they should be. All right, Shota sets on the 1-2. The Cubs fans getting loud because of the play, not the game. Here is the pitch. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Peguero throwing his helmet, but no, that was in the zone. We head to the bottom of the 5th. It's all tied up here in Chicago, 1-1. So glad I got to come home in time for a Joey. Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, he's the best player on the team. He's definitely the hardest working player I've ever seen when it comes to anything. When it comes to any sport. When it comes to anybody at work. We've all seen that guy, the guy that does the bare minimum. That is Joey Bart. Oh, man. That is Joey Bart. I don't know what happened. He was so good last year. I mean, I wouldn't say so good, but at the plate, again, we've talked about it before. If you're a Cubs fan tuning in, again, thank you guys for tuning in and giving me a chance. Again, I know there's Cubs play-by-play guys, but we can kind of show you the statistics that, he had last year. OPS of just under 800, 799, batting average of 265, 13 home runs on 253 at-bats. Pretty good at the plate last year. This year, 224 at-bats, only 2 home runs. OPS is 669. But really, that's not the issue. It's more of the fact that he's so lazy behind the plate. I'm completely aware if he saw me in real life, he would beat the crap out of me, by the way. 6'3", 235. I'm just saying, though, as a fan, I'm not a fan. Not a fan of him. He's just got to show some effort. Is Cruz hurt? I think he's kind of hurt. I can't remember with him. I think he's hurt. Bart hasn't been the same since the concussion. Probably. Yeah, I could see that. All right, due up for the Cubs will be Swanson, Shaw, and Bush. So we're still on commercial break. But usually when they clear off that ad there, that means we're about to start playing. Swanson is batting .250, OPS of 707, 18 homers and 55 RBIs. Brewers and Cubs fans, oh man, you guys are going to go at it. That's going to be chopped foul. Just try to keep it, don't make it personal. That's all I ask. Don't make it personal. Never make it personal. It's all sports. Friendly trash talk, of course, is fine. 0-1 count as Burrows kicks and deals. That's going to be chopped foul as it's quickly 0-2. Again, the Pirates getting a lot of support today because they're playing the Cubs. A lot of support from the Brewers fans. Again, the Brewers are on fire. The Cubs not exactly playing up to their standards. Looking for a bounce-back win today. Again, 0-2 count here to Swanson. Cruz is on the 7-day. Okay. Burrows kicks and deals. That's going to be chopped foul. Now they're showing a replay of what had happened earlier. Guerrero getting scared of the planes. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to right. Reynolds calling off Canario, making the catch at the warning track for out number 1. All right, that'll bring up Matt Shaw, the rookie. He's 0 for 1 on the day. He's batting .227, OPS of 691, 10 homers and 32 RBIs. Bart is trash. Yeah, he's definitely played better. As Burrows kicks and deals. That is going to be chopped foul. Collided with Sawinski. Yeah, no, the shoulder of Sawinski just... Yeah, they were both diving for the ball. If those of you guys that don't know, they were both diving for it, and Cruz's head hit Sawinski's shoulder. And that is tough. And Sawinski, again, he's kind of a stocky guy too, so that definitely did not help. As here is the 0-1. That's going to be popped up. Bart trying to find it. Can't find it. It's going out of play. Lucky for us. Could have landed right beside him. You would have never known. 0-2 count here to Shaw. Maybe I'm just a D1 hater. Burrows kicks and deals. That is upstairs and outside for ball 1. 95 on the fastball. Again, if you're just tuning in, it's a 1-2 count. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Pirates and Cubs tied at 1 apiece. Burrows kicks and fires. That's going to be hit to left. Pham can't get there in time. That's going to fall in for a base hit. A 1-out single for the rookie, and that'll bring up Michael Busch, the first baseman. He's batting .264, OPS of .854, 24 homers and 68 RBIs on the season. Again, there's a runner on first with just one out here in the bottom of the fifth. The Cubs trying to put some hits together here as Burrows sets, kicks, and deals. Ground ball, and that is a foul ball. It was way out in front, as it's an 0-1 count. Shaw takes his lead. Burrows sets, kicks, and deals. Swing and a miss. Strike two, 96 upstairs. Blowing it right past him. Ethan stopping on by. A lot of Brewers fans in the chat today. Again, I will be doing the Brewers games. Brewers game later today. As Burrows sets, kicks, and deals. That is in there. Called strike three. A very tame strikeout call by the umpire. That's why I wasn't too sure what he was doing. So that'll bring up Kyle Tucker. He's batting .264, OPS of .831, 18 homers and 62 RBIs. Are the Jets still buzzing? Yes, they are still going back and forth as Burrows sets and fires. That's in there for a called strike. 88 upstairs. 0-1 count to Kyle Tucker. Runner on first. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fifth. Burrows looks over at first. Sets. Kicks. And, the pitch clock violation. That'll even up the count at 1-1. So it's a 1-1 count. Burrows looks over at first. Sets, kicks, and deals. Swing and a miss. Strike two on the changeup. Burrows looks over at first. Sets on the 1-2. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Throws the bat down violently. Not happy with himself as we head to the top of the sixth. Pirates and Cubs tied at 1 apiece. Pirates with only 1 hit, and I can go ahead and kind of show you the box score. Well, I guess you won't see the errors, though there's no errors. 1 hit for the Pirates, 5 hits for the Cubs. So if you like offense, well, this is not the game for you. Once again, folks, thank you guys for stopping by. Make sure to leave a like before you head on out if you decide to do that. Again, thank you guys for even clicking on the live stream. Super thank you, though, if you're able to press that like button and hit that subscribe button. Again, been doing this since opening day. And, of course, it is a lot of Pirates on the channel, but I do bounce around. Again, later this afternoon, I'll be doing Brewers and the Reds. So that should be a fun one, as the Brewers will go for 14 in a row. And the Reds, of course, they are trying to stay in the wild card picture, or, keep themselves trying to take advantage of the Mets. The Mets, again, they've been struggling. So if the Reds were to win, the Mets lose, that would just be a disaster for the Mets. Again, they are 1-9 in their last 10. So the Cubs, again, they've been struggling as of late, but not as bad as the Mets. And, of course, the Cubs have a nice cushion because they have been so dominant. So, again, I'm pretty sure the Cubs will turn it around for sure very soon. What channel is the Reds game? I just have it. I have MLB TV. That is how I'm going to be watching it. This one, Pirates-Cubs, is on FS1. So, again, if you are a sports fan, definitely subscribe to the channel. Again, thank you very much for even clicking on the live stream. Canario, Kiner, Falefa, and Triello will be due up, all of them, have no hits today. Of course, we're still in commercial break. Again, try to comment if you like. I try to read as many comments as possible within reason. Within reason, of course. And here is Canario. It's batting 198, OPS of 561, 3 homers, 13 RBIs. Shota kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to left. And Happ will make the catch for 1 pitch, 1 out. Very efficient there. My Brewers will not lose on your birthday. Well, happy birthday. I've definitely seen the Steelers lose on my birthday before. So, yeah, hopefully the Brewers can not let you down there. Again, they're going for a 14. Here is the pitch. That's in there for a called strike. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa is batting .268, OPS of 641, 1 home run and 33 RBIs on the season. As Shota kicks and deals, that's going to be hit to left. And Happ stumbling, making the catch for out number 2. Looked like there might have been a little bit of trouble out there. Shota tips the cap to him, doing a little bit of a bow. It's very quickly, again, just very efficient, 2 outs. That'll bring up Jared Triolo's batting 184, OPS of 549, 3 home runs and 13 RBIs. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Brian Della Canaria, yeah, I mean, that was a terrible trade. I don't even remember what we gave up, but the fact that we just took him on was just, yeah, Brian De La Cruz was pretty bad. He was pretty bad as a Pirate. Shota sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be hit to left. Happ leaping, can't make the catch. Triolo jogging into second. So a 2-out double for the Pirates. That one was just yanked. It was hit very hard. That'll bring up Tommy Pham. He is 1 for 2 and, of course, hit a home run in the 4th inning, batting .265, OPS of 711, 6 homers and 34 RBIs. Runner on second, 2 outs. You think we should beat the Jets? I definitely think we should beat the Jets week 1. As Shota looks back at second. Kicks and deals. Breaking ball outside. Ball 1. Shota, he's only at 58 pitches here in the 6th inning. He's been very efficient today. Looking like a MLB The Show game. 1-0 count. Shota kicks and deals. That is inside, ball 2. We better beat Fields. We better. We better. 2-0 count. Shota sets. Looks back at second. Kicks and deals. That is in there for a called strike. You live in Green Bay, but you're a diehard Steelers fan. Okay. There we go. Hey, that's awesome. A lot of similarities, of course, between the Packers and Steelers. Shota looks back, kicks and deals. That is way inside. Almost hit Pham. Ball 3. Again, I'll be doing you may know, I can't remember. I do apologize. I don't remember if you were coming in with the Brewers crowd, for the Brewers Pirates. But I will be doing every Steelers game. I know, of course, they're probably on TV. But again, if you're not able to watch the game that day, I got you covered. 3-1 count. Shota sets. Looks back at second. Kicks and deals. Big swing and a miss. Strike 2. He was trying to make it 3-1. Could not connect. 3-2. Gonna try to go to the Steelers home opener. Okay. Play the Packers. Yeah, no, Steelers-Packers Sunday Night Football. I believe the Steelers host Seahawks week 2. 3-2 count. Here's the pitch. That is inside, ball 4. So he walks Pham. And Shota, again, he's been so efficient today and Not used to base runners. In fact, that was the first base runner of the day, was Jared Triolo. Now Pham will join him. Brian Reynolds up to the plate, batting .243, OPS of 700. He got it over 700. That's always good to see. 13 homers, 61 RBIs. And looks like Shota's going to try to pick him off. That is Triolo back safe and sound. Packers used to be my NFC team until they beat us in the Super Bowl. Now I just hate them. I don't hate the Packers. I don't really have another team, but again, I do admire the Packers. And, again, I see them as like the Steelers of the NFC. As here is the pitch. That's going to be hit to center. Pete Crow Armstrong is under it and makes the catch for out number 3. Nothing doing for the Pirates as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Your score is 1-1. Once again, folks, thank you guys for tuning on in. Make sure to hit that like button. It looks like that. I think it looks like this, actually. I looked it up yesterday. And, yeah, definitely press that button. And, of course, subscribe to the channel if you're a sports fan. A lot of baseball, a lot of football on this channel. Of course, the Pirates won't be making the NL postseason unless they just go 39-0 to finish the year. But, of course, again, if you're a Cubs fan looking for a guy that's going to be covering the NL postseason, definitely subscribe to the channel. I will be doing that. And, of course, football is just right around the corner. I'll be doing the NFL, college football for the NFL. I'll be having polls every single week. Of course, I'll be doing every Steelers game. But the second game of the day will be called. I'll call it because I'll be having polls up, and pretty much whoever wins the poll is what I'll be calling after the Steelers game. So you guys will be deciding, 50% of my NFL games. So hopefully that sounds good to you. And maybe that's not an accurate number because I'll be doing possibly Monday and Thursday Night Football, of course. Really depends on like what the baseball game is and all that stuff. But definitely subscribe to the channel if you love sports. This is a sports channel. Definitely subscribe to the channel. Again, thank you guys so much for clicking on the live stream. Think the Pirates are going to win now? You think the Pirates will win now? Interesting. I hope so. I just I don't know. I don't know if I'm a pessimist. I really prefer the term realist. Kyle Nicholas will be the new pitcher for the Pirates. 1-0 on the season, 7.20 ERA, whip of a 1.65. He has struggled in his last 7 appearances, 6.30 ERA. I guess that's a little bit better than what he's normally been doing. Last appearance was against the Brewers, where he allowed 4 earned runs and only recorded 1 out. Stepping up to the plate is Seiya Suzuki. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Here is the pitch. That's in there for a called strike. Suzuki's batting .248, OPS of 818, 27 homers and 85 RBIs. As Nicholas sets, kicks, and fires. That's going to be hit to right, and that is a foul ball. I'd love for the Pirates to win out, but not if the GM keeps his job because of it. Yeah, I could. Yeah. Of course, that would never happen, but yeah, no, that would be awesome if they were to win out. But yeah, he needs to go. Here is the 0-2. That's in the dirt for ball 1. You have every signature from the 78 Steelers. It's my squad, folks. Hate me. Okay, that's pretty cool. My dad would love that. He loves, he was born in 70, so he watched the 70 Steelers and loves them so much. Here's the 1-2. That was in there, but it's not called a strike. So a call going to the Cubbies here, as it's a 2-2 count. Nicholas sets on the 2-2. Kicks and fires. That's going to be poked, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Oh, it could have been a strikeout, but instead, it's a leadoff single for the Cubs. That will bring up Pete Crow Armstrong. He is 0 for 1 with a walk. It's batting .259, OPS of 819, 27 home runs, and 79 RBIs on the season. Armstrong stepping up to the plate. Nicholas sets, kicks, and deals. That's in the dirt. Ball kind of gets away, but Suzuki staying put at first. Bart was able to get on it. Nick Johnson definitely wants the Cubs here to take the lead. Big opportunity here. Again, nobody out. Runner on first here in the bottom of the sixth. 1-1 is the score. Nicholas sets, kicks, and deals. That is inside, ball 2. Nicholas looking frustrated with himself. Pirates fans are frustrated with him as well. 2-0 count. Nicholas rocks, sets, kicks, and deals. That is inside, and he's claiming it hit him, and he's going to first. Hit him on the thigh. Kelly trying to see if it did hit him. He's going to see if it Yep, so he's going to be awarded first base due to the hit by pitch. Yep, no, it hit him on the thigh. That'll bring up Carson Kelly. He's batting .271, OPS of .837, 13 homers and 39 RBIs. And I don't know, there's something happening. I don't know if it's a mound visit or whatnot, but yeah, it's just a mound visit here. I thought they were going to challenge it, but they showed the replay and it clearly hit him. So that'd be pretty foolish of the Pirates. All right, again, Carson Kelly coming to the plate. Runners on first and second with nobody out here in the bottom of the sixth. The Cubs with a great opportunity here to take the lead. As here is the pitch. That's going to be popped up. Peguero in foul territory will make the catch for out number 1. That is huge for the Pirates. That will bring up Ian Happ. It's 0 for 1 with the walk. Batting .226, OPS of .707, 16 homers and 55 RBIs. Toured PNC Park last year, most beautiful stadium in baseball. I agree. I've not been there in person, but it is very much a beauty. As Nicholas sets and fires. That's going to be hit to right. Reynolds on the run, making the catch for out number 2. Throws into third, and it's good. Suzuki's going to have to stay put. Oh, a nice play. Nice run and throw by Brian Reynolds. Just like that, there's 2 outs. And that'll bring up Nico Horner. He's batting .293, OPS of .716, 4 homers and 47 RBIs on the season. He's 1 for 2 today. Though Cubs fans will be happy to know, with runners in scoring position this year, he's batting .375. As Nicholas sets, looks back at second, kicks and deals. Big swing and a miss. Strike 1, 99 on the inside corner. Looks like Horner's going to ask for time. Again, if you're just joining us, it's 1-1 Pittsburgh and Chicago. Bottom of the sixth, 2 outs, 0-1 count, runners on first and second. Nicholas sets, kicks, and deals. That's in the dirt. Nice stop by Bart. I'll give credit where credit is due. It's way outside, ball 1. One on one here. Nicholas looking back at second. Sets. Looks back again. Kicks and deals. Ground ball to third. And IKF is going to tag Suzuki. Had a little bit of a race there to third. That was neat. All right. The Cubs get 2 base runners, but nothing doing for them as we head to the top of the 7th. The Pirates and Cubbies tied at 1 apiece. Once again, folks, if you like what you see, if you're a sports fan, if you appreciate the play-by-play thing, that's what I do here. definitely subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with Dr. Lay. Again, a lot of baseball and a lot of football on the channel. Of course, I'll be doing postseason baseball, and I'm sure the Cubs will be there. So if you're looking for a guy, hey, I'll be doing it because the Pirates probably won't be there, most likely. Of course, you can never say never, but I'll say never for you. The only other game happening right now is the Rangers and the Blue Jays, and they are tied at 0 apiece. That was your scoreboard update from across Major League Baseball. For the NFL, I know there's some preseason happening. I don't know if the games are over. I'm sure some of the games are. There's the scores from around the NFL. Dolphins leading the Lions 21-17. Colts leading the Packers 19-16. Patriots over the Vikings 20-12. Browns leading the Eagles 22-13. And the Texans over the Panthers 23. Of course, it's preseason and no one really cares about preseason. Due up for the Pirates will be Gonzalez, McCutchen, and Bart. All of them are 0 for 2 on the day. And, of course, everyone, feel free to chat down below. I try to read as many comments as possible, of course, within reason. And I am doing a doubleheader today. It will be Brewers and Reds. That is scheduled, I believe, for maybe 2.5 hours from now, maybe 3. I clicked the wrong thing. I did. Okay, just under 3 hours from now, I'll be doing it. A lot of NL Central today. 4 of the 5 teams featured today. The Cardinals can go take a hike, I guess. And we're still in commercial break. Again, thank you guys so much for stopping on by. Make sure, again, to leave a like. Hit that like button. And possibly subscribe. We are working our way back to Chicago. There we go. 1-1 is the score in the top of the 7th. Here's the pitch. Gonzalez pops it up. And that is a foul ball. Gonzalez batting .272, OPS of .710, 5 homers and 19 RBIs. Shota only at 65 pitches. Been very efficient. Shota kicks and deals. Ground ball to third. Nice pick. Throws to first for out number 1. Nice play. I believe that was Shaw. Yes, Matt Shaw. That'll bring up Andrew McCutchen. He is 0 for 2 on the day. Batting .242, OPS of .704, 11 homers and 41 RBIs. Beat the Cubs. Love Pittsburgh. Love y'all. Yeah, well, we're trying. I don't know. I think we already got our win in for the series yesterday, as here is the pitch. That's going to be tapped foul. Count is 0-1 to the Pirates legend, Andrew McCutchen. Can he be clutching? Be very clutching here for the Pirates and, of course, the Brewers. Brewers wanting that lead to extend, as looks like, I don't know what happened there. The umpire saying he needs to call time, as the Jets are still flying over Chicago and definitely over Wrigley. 0-1 count. Shota sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be hit foul, as it's very quickly 0-2 to Andrew McCutchen. Once again, 1-1 is your score here in the top of the 7th. 0-2 count, 1 out, nobody on. Shota still out there. McCutchen at the plate. Shota sets, kicks, and deals. That is low for ball 1. Struck out and a ground out for McCutchen today. 1-2 count. Shota sets and fires. That is way inside for ball 2. So from 0-2 to 2-2, McCutchen trying to get something going for the Pirates. Two and two. Shota delivers. That's going to be, once again, hit foul. McCutchen just trying to work that pitch count. Again, Shota's been extremely efficient at 71 pitches here in the 7th. Brewers aren't losing on the birthday. I for your sake, I hope that would not be the case. That'd be a shame. As it's a 2-2 count. Shota kicks and deals. McCutchen hits this to left. Happ at the warning track. Under it, though, and will make the catch for out number 2. Just missed it. That will bring up another Pirates legend, Joey Bart. Joey Bart's batting .244, OPS of .667, 2 homers and 19 RBIs. I'm using the term Pirates legend very loosely there. All right, Shota sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be just inside for ball 1. Shota wanted the call. Could have went either way, 50-50. He flew out and popped out. Bart with a little smile. Maybe he knows he got away with one there. 1-0 count. Shota kicks and fires. That's going to be popped up. And that one will get out of play. Count is 1-1, and Bart is going to step out. Again, 1-1 is the score. The Pirates winning 3-2 yesterday. Low-scoring game then. Looks like it's the same thing here, barring a crazy last 2.5 innings or so. So pitchers' duels in Chicago, as here is the 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2, 84-mile-per-hour splitter on the outside corner. He was way out in front. One and 2. Shota kicks and deals. That is upstairs for ball 2. Shota kind of stretching his arm out there. Hopefully that's not a issue. 2-2 count. Shota kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to right, and that is once again a foul ball. Two and 2, 2 outs. 1-1 is the score. Shota sets, kicks, and deals. That is low for ball 3. Bart working it full. Michael, let's go Pirates. It'd be nice. I just have little faith. 58% of you guys, though, think the Pirates will win today. Here is the 3-2. That's in the dirt. Ball 4. Shota looks pretty upset with himself there. All right. 2-out base runner for the Pirates. That'll bring up Liover Peguero. He is, again, 0 for 2. A lot of 0 for 2s today. Batting .192, OPS of .692. 4 homers and 7 RBI. Shota sets. Looks over at Bart. Kicks and deals. That's going to be hit. And that's going to get down the left field line. Bart is going to go to third. Peguero is going to have to stay at first. Just like that. A runner in scoring position. Caught me off by surprise there. Getting past Shaw. Of course, Happ was there quickly to keep Peguero at first. So we do have a mound visit. I don't know if this is it. Doesn't look like it is, as that is the pitching coach. Have faith in your Bucks. I should. The problem is that they're 52 and 71. That's usually it's usually unfortunate. That it's hard to have much faith about a team that's just bad. But again, runners on the corners here. There's a mound visit here as Alex Canario is going to be coming up to the plate here. Again, he's 0 for 2 on the day, batting .196, OPS of .558, 3 home runs and 13 RBIs. Becky says a rally inning is coming. Well, we'll see. All right, mound visit has concluded. Canario in the box. Shota sets, kicks, and deals. That's in the dirt. Ball one. Shota again showing signs of frustration. So he has definitely lost his command. They were just talking about how he doesn't really walk people, and yet already today I think he's walked two or three batters. Normally that's not too bad, but for him that is usually not the case. 1-0 count. Here is the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Fooled him with the splitter. Favorite Pirates? I grew up with Stargell, Dave Parker. For me, I grew up with Jason Bay, Freddie Sanchez, Xavier Nady, Jack Wilson, Anil Maroche. I like those guys. Nate McLouth. My favorite Pirate, though, is indeed Andrew McCutchen. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. Shota trying to get out of it. The Cubs fans are standing. They are loud on their feet, rallying behind Shota as he sets on the 1-2. Looks back at first, kicks and deals. That is upstairs ball two. He's trying to build it like, with the crowd, but Shota ruined it. All right, they'll once again start clapping and cheering as Shota will set on the 2-2. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Shota delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Canario throws the bat down in disgust. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Your score, Pirates 1, Cubs 1. Yeah, I would say... Andrew McCutchen. I like Brian Reynolds. Brian Reynolds has been really good for the Pirates, in this really dark time of the team. He's been the one constant, but he is, of course, showing. Hopefully he's not washed. I really hope that's not the case. I just, he's not a great year. Not a great year this year for Brian Reynolds. But, yeah, Jason Bay. I like Freddie Sanchez. Freddie Sanchez was awesome. He was probably my first favorite player for the Pirates. Cubs are choking. Well, they did not again. They were able to strike out Canario. Ultimate Sports is back under his original name. James Rankin says trash, and I would agree. I would agree with that. Pirates are indeed. Once again, folks, if you haven't done so already, press that like button. Hit that button and hit that subscribe button. For more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. Again, I do mostly Pirates, but I do bounce around Major League Baseball. Of course, today I'm having a doubleheader. It'll be Brewers and Reds. That is happening in under 3 hours. So if you just like baseball, again, I know the Brewers fans, they like the sound of that. The Reds fans, I know there's picked up some Reds fans when I did some Pirates-Reds I think it was a week or two ago. So that'll be pretty fun. Hopefully. You guys will be there again. It's what I do, play-by-play. And, of course, I'll be doing the baseball playoffs, so definitely subscribe if you're a Cubs fan. I know you guys will be there. So if you need a play-by-play guy, I'll be here. Dara Gomez, thank you for stopping by. Who is more likely to win? I would put my money on the Cubs because, I don't know. The Cubs are just the better team. But, again, you never know. Baseball, you just never know. Of course, I'm not endorsing any sports betting here. I would encourage you to save your money because, again, the bookies, at the end of the day, they win. They usually win. But I do pull for you, though. If you put some money down, I will pull for you to win, even if it's against my team. Unless it's the Steelers. Then it's like, okay, well, no, I hope you lose your bet because don't do that. If it's against the Pirates are well out of it. It's not going to bother me if they lose every single game from here on out. Maybe that'll speed up the process of a rebuild. As here is the pitch. That is going to be outside ball one. Swanson is 0 for 2. He's batting .249, OPS of .705, 18 homers, and 55 RBIs. You like my podcast? Thank you. I don't know if it's a podcast. I mean, maybe it is. I'm not too sure, but thank you very much. Here's the 1-0. That's in there for a called strike. 1-1. I appreciate you, though. Again, I appreciate everyone that's tuning in. Thank you for clicking on the live stream. Again, I'm not exactly the most well-known guy. As here's the 1-1. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. 1-2. But I promise I've been doing this since opening day. So if you're worried, it's like, oh, I don't want to subscribe to a guy that's just going to disappear. No, I've been here, I promise. Been here since the start of the year, and hey, it's been pretty fun. 1-2 count here to Swanson as he's stepping back into the box after the timeout there. No outs, nobody on. Nicholas sets. Kicks and deals. Checked his swing. Did not go. Ball 2. Again, a 2-2 count. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. Pirates and Cubs tied at 1 apiece. Nicholas fires. Ground ball to third. IKF throws to first. Gets him by a step for out number 1. Swanson frustrated with himself. Yelling at, assumingly himself. He was pretty upset. That will bring up Matt Shaw. He's batting .229, OPS of .695, 10 homers and 32 RBIs. Shaw is 1 for 2. As Nicholas sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be a ground ball up the middle. Gonzalez has it, throws to first, gets him by a step. For out number 2, Gonzalez kind of slipped on the throw, but the throw was on the money. That'll bring up Michael Bush. Michael Bush is 1 for 3 on the day. He's batting .264, OPS of .852, 24 homers, 68 RBIs. The Bucks are holding their own. They are looking not too bad as far as pitching. I would agree with that. The hitting, though, is pretty much, this is what you've been getting if you're a Pirates fan the entire year. This is pretty much it. Here is the pitch. That is low for ball 1. So, yeah, it was a pretty rough stretch there where the Pirates would not score at all. And these would be the type of games, a low-scoring game, or the other team's already up 8-1, and it's just like, man, it was pretty tough. You can kind of see it, you know, if you were to look back at my live streams, you'll see where I kind of went away for the Pirates for a little bit. That's going to be upstairs ball 2. It was rough. It was tough out there. 2-0 count to the first baseman, Michael Bush. Again, he's 1 for 3 on the day. Nobody on here. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Nicholas kicks and deals. That's in there for a called strike at the knees. Bush didn't like the call, but that did catch the zone. Two and one. Nicholas sets and delivers. That is way inside ball 3. Cubs are about to go on a mean losing streak. Oof. I don't know. I don't know about that. They got to lose here first for that to happen, and I don't know. Again, we'll see. 3-1. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, and that is just foul, as that's unable to be retrieved by the ball boy over there, or ball girl, I'm not too sure. All right, the count is full, 3-2. As Nicholas doesn't like that one. Likes that one as he sets. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Nicholas has looked really good out of the pen today, lowering his ERA to 6.55. Look at that. We head to the top of the 8th. It's 1-1 here in Chicago. All right, let's see. Oh, my goodness, the Blue Jays all over the Rangers 6-0 in the top of the 3rd. And, of course, the Phillies and Nationals just now getting underway as they, of course, it's 0-0 there. And that is pretty much it. Again, not much. This is the first game of the day, so not much scoring. Of course, if you want to know what's happening across sports, hey, I got you covered here. Got some preseason Premier League and stuff like that. Hockey, of course, when hockey's on, basketball when basketball's on. So, hey, I'm like a sports center, but a little bit better. And, of course, if you haven't done so already, definitely press that like button. Hit that like button. Again, thank you guys so much for clicking on the live stream. Hopefully I do a decent enough job for where you can hit that subscribe button. Again, I'll be here to be doing baseball, football, and of course for the NFL. Again, you'll be voting on games that I'll be doing. I'll be doing every Steelers game. You can probably tell. But the other game I do will be the game voted on by you guys, the subscribers of the channel. So definitely subscribe. Polls will start, of course, September 1st and all the way through Week 18. Due up for the Pirates is Kiner Falefa, Triolo, and Pham. And I don't know if we'll get a pitcher. Looks like we are getting a pitching change for the Cubs. So Shota will end his day. 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 earned, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. Pretty solid outing. The new pitcher is going to be Andrew Kittredge. Kittredge is 2-3, 3.96 ERA, whip of a 1.10. So that is the new pitcher for the Cubs. Can the Pirates take advantage? Because Shoto is pretty good. It was like 26 games in a row. Pirates did not score 4 runs. Their total was 3.5. Yes, it was bad, Steve. It was, yeah. And if you look back, you'll see, all right. I think the doctor was not showing a lot of the Pirates then. IKF batting .267, OPS of .639, 1 homer, 33 RBIs. Here is the pitch. That is low, but it's called a strike. Favorable call for the Cubs. Of course, I really wasn't having much viewership for anything, really, so I was just kind of also taking advantage and trying to switch things up, as that's a swing and a miss, strike 2. So an 0-2 count to Isaiah Kiner Falefa. Steven, thank you for stopping by. These Cubs are horrendous. Definitely not playing well today, as here's the 0-2. That is outside for ball 1. Again, the Pirates did win 3-2 yesterday over the Cubs. Cubs trying to make sure that doesn't happen, but so far they've been kept in check. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. IKF stumbling there. He struck him out. That'll bring up Jared Triolo. Triolo is batting .188, OPS of .561, 3 homers and 13 RBIs on the season. He's 1 for 3 today with a double. As Kittredge delivers. Checked his swing. He went strike 1. Count is 0-1. It looks like Triolo is going to ask for time. Again, 1-1 is your score. 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Pirates and Cubs tied again. Late. Of course, the Pirates again did pull away yesterday as Kittredge kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So 0-2 is the count. Kittredge rocks, sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be hit to the right, and that is a foul ball. Triolo again looking to find that form that just kind of kept him in the majors. You know, he was kind of a contact hitter. Here's the 0-2. That's going to be upstairs, ball 1. We can kind of look at his brief stint in 2023, and I think that's what the Pirates are kind of holding on to here, batting .298 in 54 games. OPS of .786, hasn't touched those numbers since. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be hit to right center. Leaping attempt by Horner. Couldn't make the catch as Triolo gets on here with a single with 1 out. All right, that will bring up Tommy Pham. He hit a home run to get the scoring started in this one. 1 for 2 with the walk, batting .265, OPS of .713, 6 homers and 34 RBIs. Home run, of course, earlier in the 4th inning. Kittredge sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be a chopper to third. Oh, that's trouble. Oh, he can't make the throw to second. It's going to throw to first for out number 2. As Pham does indeed put Triolo at second in scoring position. That'll bring up Brian Reynolds. Game looks great for me. Went Pitt plus 1.5, under 9.5. Okay. 6 strikeouts. Yeah, no, he had a good. Cubs are overrated, but so is every top of the division team. These guys are horrible at the plate. I don't know about overrated. I think the Cubs are just in a slump, but we'll see, though, Robert. We will see. Here is the pitch, as that's going to be hit to the left, and that is a foul ball. I think a lot of questions will be answered in the next few months. Pirates fan, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Pirates, Cubs. Pirates holding their own against the Cubs. Again, Reynolds is 0 for 3 on the day as Kittredge sets and fires. Checked his swing. That's going to be upstairs, ball 1. Trello pitched good the other night. Oh, yeah. Oh, did he? Oh, did he? 1-1 count. Kittredge sets and fires. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Trello takes third. And Triolo is fast. He is a pretty big guy, but he's got the speed, and he was safe. I don't even know why they were even looking at it. Yeah, no, that was clearly safe. Triolo with long strides, and he's got the speed. Again, if he can just develop at the plate, you've got a solid player. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be hit foul. Reynolds, again, batting .243 OPS of .699, 13 homers and 61 RBIs on the season. Runner on third, 2 outs, top of the 8th. Kittredge sets, looks over at third, kicks and deals. Check the swing, did he go? He went! Strike 3. Reynolds is furious, throwing down his helmet. We head to the bottom of the 8th. The score is 1-1, Pirates and Cubs. And the Cubs have the number 2, 3, and 4 hitters coming up, so this is going to be pretty huge. Love the city of Pittsburgh. Well, hey, you know, it's nice. I have only been once, and that was when I was just driving through. Pardon me, didn't mean to burp into the mic. Yeah, no, I definitely I like my sports city that I've chosen to cheer for. Once again, folks, if you like what you see, definitely like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. DeLay. Of course, it's a lot of baseball right now, a lot of baseball, you know, been happening since, you know, opening day and stuff like that. Of course, NFL is just right around the corner, but of course, I'll be doing postseason baseball, so definitely subscribe if you're a baseball fan. Of course, the Cubs will be there, so if you're looking for a play-by-play guy, here you go, right here, because the Pirates won't be there. Again, I'll be doing the NL side of the postseason and, of course, the World Series. I'll try to do as many World Series games as possible. But, of course, for the NFL, I'm pretty excited about it. Of course, I'll be doing every Steelers game, but every single week I'll be having a poll, and pretty much whatever game wins that poll, I'll be calling right after the Steelers game. So Steelers, and then whatever game you guys voted for. Those polls will start, of course, September 1st, that Monday, before that Sunday. New pitcher for the Pirates is going to be Evan Sisk. He has a 2.84 ERA, a whip of a 1.74. His whip is not very good. Did pitch yesterday against the Cubs and allowed a run. So that is there's some hope for the Cub fans here that are tuned in. Pirates are starting to heat up. Cubs ain't about to. We'll see, James. Manchester City and Tottenham 2-teamer paid out plus 120. Yeah, I saw 4-0 against the Wolves. I watch a little bit of the Premier League. I was watching a little bit of that as well before the Browns and Eagles game. Stepping up to the plate is Kyle Tucker. Here's the pitch. That is way inside. Almost hit him. Ball 1. Tucker is batting .263, OPS of .829, 18 homers and 62 RBIs. Tucker's 1 for 3 on the day. Final will be 2-1. Hopefully Pirates end up on top. It's a good prediction. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Who's Sisk? He's a new pitcher. He pitched with a little bit with the Royals. I don't know how I got him in the Adam Frazier trade. I'm not too sure. Here is the 1-1. That's going to be hit, and that's going to get past the diving Gonzalez. As that is a leadoff single for the Cubs. That'll bring up Seiya Suzuki. Suzuki is, I believe he's 1 for 3 on the day. Batting .249, OPS of 820, 27 homers, and 85 RBIs. Gonzalez with a nice effort there, but not happening. Sisk kicks and deals. That's going to be inside, but Tucker takes second with no throw. And just like that, the Cubs with the runner in scoring position. Jeez, 1-0 count. Sisk sets, looks back at second, kicks and deals. That's going to be hit. That's going to get through for a base hit. Canario charging on the run. He is going to throw home. Throw is not in time. He is safe. The Cubs have taken the lead 2-1 over the Pirates. Suzuki is standing at second. That seems like typical Pirates to me, putting in a guy that, well, wasn't looking good regardless, and then you put him in yesterday against this exact same team, seeing him allow a run, you're like, you know what, that's the guy we need to put into this 1-1 game. That is typical Pirates. Pete Crow Armstrong at the plate. It's batting .259, OPS of 821, 27 homers, 79 RBIs on the season. Cubs fans, they are standing. They are happy. As Sisk kicks and deals, showing bunt. The bunt is down. Sisk grabs it, throws to first, gets him by a step, moving the runner to third. So the sacrifice works to perfection. And that'll bring up Carson Kelly. Kelly batting .270, OPS of 833, 13 homers and 39 RBIs on the season. Yeah, that is unfortunate. Let's go Pirates. Well, yeah, no, the Pirates looking like they will fall. Again, there's a mound visits here, so bear with me, folks. Again, the Cubs leading 2-1. Seiya Suzuki bringing in Tucker. It all happened pretty quickly. Don Kelly has seen enough of Sisk, and there was a long chat there between Kelly and Sisk. I don't know what in the world that was all about. So Sisk will exit. Again, I don't understand why I even saw the game today. As a new pitcher for the Pirates, Johan Ramirez will be the new pitcher. ERA of a 7.31, a whip of a 1.69. So he's also struggled. But he hasn't pitched against the Cubs and didn't do this yesterday. So it is what it is. Once again, folks, if you like what you see, definitely like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. Again, thank you guys so much for clicking on the live stream, but a super thank you if you're able to press that like button and hit that subscribe button. Likes definitely help the channel on YouTube. YouTube's like, oh, they're liking it, so we'll try to push them up in the algorithm, despite the low subscriber count. That's how likes can make the difference. So, again, thank you very much again. Going to be doing postseason baseball, so I know the Cubs will be definitely going to the playoffs, barring you guys playing like the Pirates from here on out, but you guys should be there. So definitely subscribe, and I'll be doing some NL postseason, of course, some of the World Series, so the Cubs will most likely, again, be there, and I will be covering the playoffs. And, of course, we are under a pitching change, so bear with me, folks. Again, feel free to chat down below if you'd like. I try to read as many comments as possible. As Kelly will be the batter. Again, he's batting .270, OPS of 833, 13 homers, and 39 RBIs. As they're just doing commercial break show in Ohio State, Texas. That would be a great game to cover. Unfortunately, I won't be covering that one, as everybody in the world will be covering that one, so I'll have no chance. Yeah, this is just unfortunate. All right, there we go. We're back in Chicago, where again the Cubs have taken a 2-1 lead. Ramirez is on the mound. He will set, kicks, and deals. Ground ball, and that is just foul. As it's an 0-1 count. Again, a runner on third. That is Suzuki with one out. Cubs, again, just taking the lead just moments ago. Up 2-1 on the Pirates. Cubs, of course, trying to make it 3-1. You never know. Nice effort by IKF, but, I mean, that one was foul regardless. 0-1 count here to Kelly. Ramirez sets and fires. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Breaking ball way out of the zone. As Kelly is going to ask for time. 0-2 count. To the catcher, Carson Kelly. Runner on third. Ramirez sets, kicks, and deals. That's outside for ball one. Cubs fans are chanting. They are pretty happy, of course, what has just transpired. I'm sure they were a little bit nervous. Of course, losing yesterday to the Pirates wasn't a good feeling. Of course, again, struggling here to put up a lot of runs. Here is the 1-2. That is outside again. Ball two. Bart saying, "You're good. It's okay." Michael telling me to believe in Pittsburgh. Well, we'll see. Looks like Keller is warming up in the bullpen for the Cubs as Ramirez sets on the 2-2. Kicks and deals. That is outside. Ball three. Ramirez struggling to find the strike zone. I think this was part of the thing with him in Milwaukee. Just couldn't find the strike zone. 3-2 counts. Ramirez sets, kicks, and deals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out again. That pitch was way out of the zone, but he just kept throwing the sweeper away, sweeper away, sweeper away. You can see there on the screen, just pretty much most of those are sweepers. It looks like Happ is going to get intentionally walked here, so I'll just go over to Horner. Yep, there he is. He's getting walked. So runners on the corners here with two outs. Cubs, of course, leading 2-1. That'll bring up Nico Horner. He's batting .292, OPS of .714, 4 homers and 47 RBIs on the season. Horner is 1 for 3 on the day as Ramirez is on the mound. Horner still taking his time. I don't know if he called for time or whatnot, but yeah, just now stepping into the box. Ramirez sets, looks over, kicks and deals. Ground ball to short. That's going to get through for a base hit. It's 3-1. Canario is throwing it in a second, and Gonzalez has some trouble with it. Peguero's going to have to back him up, as that's another run for the Cubs. They lead 3-1. Things are unraveling for the Pirates here late, as that'll bring up Dansby Swanson. He's batting .249, OPS of .704, 18 homers and 55 RBIs on the season. Again, runners on second and third with 2 outs. Ramirez sets and fires. That's going to be jammed, as that's going to be hit foul. 0-1. Runners on second and third. The Cubs still hungry for more runs. as Ramirez sets on the 0-1, kicks and deals. That's going to be hit, and that is going foul. 0-2 count to the shortstop, Dansby Swanson. Runners on second and third. Ramirez sets, kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to left. Pham makes the catch for out number 3. But the Cubs take the lead, scoring 2 runs here in the bottom of the 8th. So we head to the top of the 9th, where the Pirates need 2 runs to push this to the bottom of the 9th. Cubs leading 3-1 over the Pirates. Once again, folks, thank you guys for tuning in. This may be the last time I'm able to tell you. Make sure to leave a like before you head on out. Again, also subscribe to the channel if you're a sports fan. A lot of baseball, a lot of football play-by-plays on this channel. Pretty much that's all I do now is play-by-plays. So, and again, I do it. I try to do one every day. For the most part, that has been the case. That has been the case on this channel. You guys can, I guess, look at that a little bit later if you like for the proof. But I've been doing it since opening day. And again, it's mostly Pirates, but I do bounce around. Of course, tonight or in the evening, about 2 hours from now, I'll be doing Brewers and Reds. So if there's any Cubs fans here that are wanting to see how the Brewers will do and you're not able to watch the game, I got you covered. I know there's a lot of Brewers fans in here as well, just kind of keeping an eye on the Cubs. So I'm sure the feeling is mutual. But yes, again, I will be doing the playoffs as well. So if you're looking for a home for the playoffs, I'll definitely be there covering the NL side of things. And, of course, some of the World Series as well, as for some reason it's just worked out to where I've been doing a lot of NL during the regular season, so I figure I might as well keep that going for the playoffs. Brad Keller is going to be in to try to get the save. 3-1 record, 2.53 ERA, whip of a 1.01. Yesterday he pitched, didn't allow a run in an inning, so it's pretty solid. Due up for the Pirates will be Gonzalez, McCutchen, and Bart. We might see some pinch hitters. I don't know. See the Cubs. Oh, yeah, the Cubs are so bad. Yeah, they're so bad. Taking the lead late. All right. Gonzalez at the plate, batting .271. OPS of 708. 5 homers and 19 RBIs. One interesting note, he's had 3 save opportunities this year, and he has yet to record one. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to the right, and that is a foul ball. 0-1 count to Gonzalez. Keller kicks and deals. That is low for ball 1. 1-1 count to the second baseman, Nick Gonzalez. Here is the 1-1. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 2, 97 on the gun. Like channel, nice job. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Again, I'll be here later for the Brewers. Here is the 1-2. That is in the dirt, ball 2. 2-2 count. Again, the Pirates just trying to get somebody on to give him some life. Here's the pitch. That is outside, ball 3. As Gonzalez works it full. This year, the Cubs are 62-1 when leading after 8 innings. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Crow Armstrong with a nice slide. Oh, man. Keeping Gonzalez at first. That was amazing by Crow Armstrong. If he weren't out there, probably almost any other center fielder other than Julio, Gonzalez would be standing at second. That'll bring up Andrew McCutchen. Pirates legend, can he be clutching in this situation? Batting .241, OPS of 702, 11 homers and 41 RBIs. Runner on first, nobody out. Keller sets and fires. That is inside, but it's called a strike. McCutchen not a fan of the call, and I don't blame him. Still love the Pirates. Maybe like, yeah. Well, that is the life of the Pirates, the Cleveland Browns of the MLB. Here's the 0-1. That is outside for ball one. 1-1 count. Keller again has had 3 save opportunities this year, has yet to record one. Already a runner on, nobody out. Here's the 1-1. That is low for ball two. None of these pitches have been in the strike zone, but it is, of course, a 2-1 count. Keller looks over at first, sets on the 2-1, kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Strike two. That one's in the strike zone. Fooling him with the breaking ball. 2-2. Keller rocks, sets, kicks, and deals. Called strike three right down the middle. 98 on the gun. He struck him out. Taking care of a key at bat there for the Pirates. That'll bring up Joey Bart. Batting .244, OPS of .670, 2 homers and 19 RBIs. Here is the pitch. That is low for ball one. 1-0 count. Keller looking over at first. Sets. Kicks and deals. That's outside, but it's called a strike. Bart doesn't like that call. And I don't blame him. 1-1. Keller sets. Still set. Kicks and deals. That is low for ball two. Spencer Horwitz is on deck. Looks like he'll be pinch hitting here as it's a 2-1 count. Keller sets and fires. That's going to be hit, and that is a foul ball. 2-2. 2-2. 1 man on at first, 1 out. Top of the ninth. Cubs leading 3-1. Battling back in the 8th to take the lead. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Bart doesn't like that one, but that one was in the strike zone. He struck him out. That'll bring up Spencer Horwitz. He's pinch hitting for Liover Peguero, batting .257. OPS of .702, 5 homers and 33 RBIs. And it looks like the pitching coach is actually going to have a little chat here. Horwitz kind of smiling like, what the heck? Why are we having a little meeting here for me? Must be pretty flattered. I don't know. So a little mound visit here. Once again, folks, I'll be back live in about 2 hours from now. Reds and Brewers. Again, if you're just a baseball fan in general, definitely check it out. I know there's Cubs fans probably be interested to see what's happening in that game. I know there's Brewers fans clearly in the chat. Keeping an eye on the Cubbies. So they're going to most likely defeat my Pirates today. Again, feel free to like and subscribe. Plenty of baseball coming up on this channel. Of course, I've been here since opening day, so we're just going to pretty much continue what I've been doing. As Keller sets, kicks, and deals. That is outside. Ball one. Horwitz has kind of turned it around. He had a slow start with the Pirates. 1-0. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. 98 on the outside corner. Gonzalez with a nice lead. And he delivers. That is outside, but it's called a strike. As Gonzalez will take second. The umpire have been pretty bad the entire game, but in this inning, he wants to go home. It's only been a 2-hour game, 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. The catcher thanks him for the calls. Literally just turned around and pointed at him. And that is your ball game. The Cubs even up the series against the Pirates, winning 3-1 as they move to 69-53. The Pirates, their season continues to get worse, going back to 20 games below 500, 52-72. Once again, thank you guys so much for stopping on by. I will, of course, again, be back in a few hours for Brewers and Reds. And, of course, again, if you're a baseball fan, definitely subscribe to the channel. We'll be doing playoff baseball. Of course, again, I'll be doing mostly Pirates until their season has concluded. But, again, I do bounce around Major League Baseball. And, of course, for the playoffs, I'll be doing, most likely, some Cubs games. Some Cubs games for sure. So definitely, again, thank you guys for even clicking on the live stream. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. And, of course, again, if you're a football fan, I'll be doing football as well. Steelers and another game that you guys will be voting for. But that's pretty much it. You guys have a great rest of your afternoon. And I may see you later. I might not. Again, I'll be here, Reds, Brewers, in about 2 hours. So you guys have a great rest of your day. And I will see you guys next time. Oh, by the way, yeah, if you're a Cubs fan, I'll be back tomorrow, actually. I'll be doing the final game. I forgot about that. Yeah, you can see that right there. Doing the final game of the series. Who will win the series? Well, I guess we'll find out tomorrow. Again, you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I will be back later. Y'all take care and have a good one.